Carl Hala, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Brakatah Shai. I'd like to give double honors to the elders and apostles of the Great Millstone that's in this truth, that teach the 100% truth. Do a quick lesson today, and it's going to be talk about the women of our nation. How many of them are so into witchcraft, into sorcery. I was on one of these social media sites, and it might have been this girl. She was up there. She was talking about, I think she's from South Carolina, which is, anybody that's been to South Carolina know they have a lot of witchcraft going on down there. And it had this girl. She was talking about her mother took her and her sibling to the crossroad to make a deal with some type of demon. I think they forget the name of it. I'm not even call the name. But went to a witch doctor, which is in South Carolina. He gave us a bag to take to what they call a crossroad to make a deal or something like that with the devil. And she was kind of going into it. So I kind of look. I really don't like to kind of get into that stuff, but we don't fear it because we are ruled by Yahweh and we are protected by Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. But just kind of look at it, kind of get a feel of the temperature of the room when I went there, and I looked down, went into the comments, and all you see is nothing but black women all in the comments. And they're not on there denouncing it, because this chick that was giving that testimony about it, she wasn't denouncing. She was saying how I've been protecting her and all her and her family and all that, how she saw, a dark figure in her room and all that. But all these women in that comment, man, are talking about how they embellish and how they subscribe to that type shit, man. So it lets you know, and there's so many of these comments going on, man, from young to old, So that goes to show you a lot of women, and even a lot of these women in the church houses, man. A lot of them are into spiritual witchcraft, man. And so we have to be very mindful of who we associate ourselves with when dealing with a lot of these women. A lot of them are college educated, and they don't have many degrees and into the church and all those things. But a lot of them, they sold their allegiance to Moloch. They don't believe in Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. And so we have to be very mindful when you're dealing with these women, because they'll do different type of things too, like putting blood in your food, menstrual blood in your food, doing something your toothbrush, or with your hair, your hair follicles and things like that, of that nature. So we have to be very mindful not to get these women pregnant, not even deal with that type of woman. And I ran across one time when I was going to the school. It was a driving school, and they had to stay up in this hotel. And there's one chick, and I met her there, and we kind of hooked up for a little bit. We talked, but you can see, beautiful woman, in their spirit. But when you get to talking to them, they start talking the spirituality crap and, Mother Nature and all that type shit. You have to start paying attention to them. Because a lot of those type of women, those earthly type women, they're into that type of witchcraft. They're into witchcraft, man. And that's how this woman, once we start having a conversation, you can start seeing things happening in her life that she was creating her own self, because, she's believing in these spirits, man. And all hell is breaking loose in her life. And so definitely immediately when I first found out, first opportunity, just cut her loose, You have to cut your losses. Very attractive young lady, beautiful woman, and we have to be mindful of who we deal with, because a lot of these women in our nation, especially the Southern Kingdom women, Northern Kingdom too, don't get it twisted. They in that Santa Maria type shit, and so, and a lot of this goes all the way back to we were in captivities under these other nations, up on the Egyptians, the Babylonians and Syrians. So they picked up all these customs and worshiping after their gods and these deities, man. So in all type of worships and all type of rituals that they do, And so we have to be very mindful, be very circumspect in these times. Could be family members as well. I got a lot of family members like on the East Coast and down in that, up in that area, and a lot of them are into that type of, they're into that witchcraft. Yet they go to the church, call themselves holier than thou, so-called Christians, but you know they deal with that left hand magic, man, and they're going to be destroyed because of it. So let me go to Exodus chapter 22, verse 18. Thou shalt not suffer a witch to live. And that's a commandment, man. Lord's going to put them to death. We can't do it now, but the Lord is going to do it. A lot of them are getting put to death, out here, They call themselves putting a lot of guys on the, what they call, where they put the blood in the food and get these guys hooked on them, and then get these hooks in these guys, and the guys can't turn them loose. And a lot of these guys, they get to going through certain situations, end up putting these women to death. Man, I saw one video where she had this guy, I guess what they call it, rooted or whatever. The guy, she was talking about she was going to leave him, but he couldn't leave her. And he was talking about, I think he did a Facebook Live or something like that. And he went on a rampage, man. He went out there and put her to death, because he felt he couldn't do without her. And he gave his strength unto a woman. But you have to be very mindful of these women that you deal with out here, especially, like I said, mainly the Southern Kingdom woman, the nigger woman, man. A lot of them are into that. That's why it's nothing for them to go out and have abortions and all that. All that is doing is sacrificing their kids to Moloch, man. So be very mindful. Ecclesiasticus chapter 25, verse 19. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let her portion of a sinner fall upon her. And so he's telling you right there, a lot of our women deal into a lot of things, man. Even ones that are not into the witchcraft type thing. You find a lot of women because they know ways of making money. They go out here and make money just by selling what's between their legs. They can make money that way. But the type of underworld that it puts them into, and the things, type of dudes they get involved with, man. A lot of these women have been exposed to a lot of shit out here, man. A lot of demonic and all type of stuff that a lot of these people or these women have been exposed to. And they have these spirits on them, and you would deal with them, you have to be dealing with those type of spirits that be on these women. The book of Leviticus, chapter 19, verse 31. Regard not them that have familiar spirits, neither seek after wizards to be defiled by them. I am the Lord, your God, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. So we're not supposed to, go to these soothsayers, these people who read your palms or look into astrology and all those other things, man. Those things are dealing with familiar spirits, so we have to be mindful of what you may open up that you can't get closed. We put our trust in Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, and he sends the Comforter here to guide us, man, to walk us through this walk of life. And we know we're protected under Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. One thing we do understand that's in this truth, what comforts us, because we know that Yahweh Bashem Yahushua controls the left hand and the right side. So all these demons and all these wicked, things out there, Yahweh Bashem Yahushua has control over them. They can't do anything. They just doing the will of the Lord, man. So those people who fall into that trap, who get into those things, man, it was meant for them to go that way. The Lord put those stumbling blocks out there for them. So Numbers chapter 23, verse 23. Surely there is no enchantment against Jacob, neither is there any divination against Israel. According to this time, it shall be said of Jacob. It shall be said of Jacob and of Israel, what hath Yahweh wrought? So there's no enchantment that is going to be against us, man. As long as you do what the Lord's asked us to do, obey these laws, statutes, commandments, pray, constantly pray, man. We pray for protection. We have angels over us as watching over us to keep us protected. And like I say, always keep your head on the swivel, man. Be mindful of these people out here because they can feel your spirit when you walk into a room, when you may walk into a store or a restaurant. So, but the Lord is going to be there to protect you. But these people, it stirs up those spirits on these people, man. The book of Galatians, chapter 5, verse 19. Know the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness, lasciviousness, idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, variance, emulations, wrath, strife, sedition, and heresies. But that's pretty much it, yeah, like I said, I've been seeing a lot on TikTok. I heard they even got witch groups on a lot of these social media sites, these rooms, with nothing but witches in these rooms, man. And they put spells on people and all type of wickedness, abominable things that they do, And I don't, not knowing the foolishness of it, that they're only bringing death upon themselves, They think that they're in control of everything, of these things, but the whole time they're being used, man. They've been tricked. So you just give our praise to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah. And with that, hopefully this lesson was edifying. With that, say shalom.